What's going on, everybody? It is your Saturday Melanin Moment. I've never done one on a Saturday. It's your Saturday Melanin Moment. It is late in the afternoon. It is 99 degrees here in Maryland, extremely hot. So if you are out in the sun, please be safe. The sun is baking right now. I'm in my car with the windows down, and I was like, it's going to be a breeze, but nope. About to roll the windows up, turn this air on, because this heat is not playing. So today's Saturday Melanin Moment comes basically thanking God for 4 years post-brain surgery, 4 years of no seizures, 2 years officially off of the medication that I was prescribed for the seizures that I was having. Never had seizures before in my life, but thank God that I am off that medication. So today, like I said, it's going to be just thanking God for the 4 years of a successful brain surgery. I thank God for the doctors, the nurses, everyone that had a hand in my recovery. I just thank God for placing them in my life at the time that they were there. I thank God for my family, my husband, my children, my in-laws, my sisters, being there with me every step of the way as I recovered, as I got back to work, as I got back to driving, as I got back to just ordinary life. A lot of people don't know exactly why, and I'm so sorry for the glare. I don't even know why there's a glare right now, but I'm so sorry for the glare. A lot of people don't know exactly what led up to the brain surgery, so I did want to share that, kind of long story short, not really, so you could just understand that God is a healer, God is a provider, God is a protector. For those of you who may be questioning what season you're in right now, why God has you there, I'm writing a book, and I haven't exactly titled it just yet, but I'm writing a book just basically going through a detail of everything that has happened to me in my life. And I just want to encourage someone and remind someone that God is going to be with you every step of the way if you give it to Him and if you put your trust in Him. So, long story short, not really. About 4 years ago, I was having excruciating headaches, and to the point where I could barely keep my eyes open. And as a matter of fact, I had a performance that I had to do at 40 Years of Praise for a deacon at my church who was releasing a CD. He asked me to sing, and I sung, and I'm actually going to post that video on the channel as well. I was in pain. Oh, there we go. I was in pain. Even though I was singing, I was doing what I was supposed to, giving God glory, my head felt like it was just about to explode. So, leading up to those days, I had a headache. I still was going to work. I still was going about daily life. And I was just asking God, like, can you please just cure this headache? Like, besides childbirth, there is no greater pain than pain in your head. Because there's nothing you can touch. There's nothing that you can rub or soothe. You just have to take medication and pray that it works. But everything that I was taking was not working. And so I was just asking God, please, 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 just stop this pain. So I went to the doctor a couple of times. I went to ER, I went to patient first. I heard everything from allergic reactions to dehydrated, and a lot of it made sense because I did have a previous bug bite. I got some medication for that. That didn't work. It actually made the headache worse. I went to patient first and got some IVs, still nothing. So I finally went back to the ER. The lady said, well, let us take some x-rays of your head just to make sure everything's normal, everything's going the way it should go. And she comes back in and she says, we can't let you go home. You have a mass on your brain. It's right at the front, and we're going to have to operate. Of course, you know, when you hear mass, tumor, anything like that, you automatically associate it with cancer. To have my family surrounding me and to hear that news, on top of everything else that has happened in my life, was definitely something that I did not want to hear. And I was just asking God to wake me up from this horrible dream. Fast forward to having to actually get the surgery. If you guys know me, I have a sense of humor, but when it comes to stuff like this, I will try to talk my way out of it. I even asked the surgeon, is there anything else that we can do besides surgery? Because you're talking about cutting open my head, going in, getting something out. When you know you're messing with the brain, that basically is over every single function, every single movement in your body. Something could go wrong. I could be paralyzed. I could not wake up. You know, you're just thinking the worst. And so I was asking the surgeon, and he was like, emphatically, no, we have to go in this way. We have to get that out so that you can live a normal life, because if you leave it in there, you're going to continue to have the headaches. And it was attaching itself to my brain, because it was just sitting there. The reason I had started having the headaches was because it started attaching itself to my brain. So the day of the surgery, I go in and they wheel me into the operating room. First of all, let me slide back. I want to thank my co-pastor and my pastor for coming. I want to thank my in-laws for coming. I want to thank my daughter's godparents for coming to the hospital and basically praying with me, praying over me that God will see me through this. You guys do not know that I appreciate, I love, and I'm grateful, and I'm honored to have you in my life. When you find some people that really know how to pray, you better make sure that you hold on to them, because those people are the people that you need. It's not the people with the money, it's the people that can reach God. So if you got some people like that in your life, you better do whatever you need to do to keep those people in your life. Fast forward, I roll into the operating room. They put this mask over me. They tell me to count back from 10, it was 10. It was 10. Count back. I don't even remember making it to 9. It knocked me out. The surgery lasted about 8.5 hours. During this surgery, I had 3 seizures. I've never ever had a seizure in my life, but you're dealing with the brain, you're picking at stuff, so things can happen. I ended up having 3 seizures on the table. Coming out of the surgery, I'm not exactly sure what happened, because I didn't wake up for about 15 hours. There is footage of me moving around in the bed and messing with my head and everything, but I don't remember any of that. Being in the hospital, I was in the hospital after that for about 2.5 to 3 weeks, and it was a time where I needed to learn how to walk again. I couldn't taste anything, and just being in the bed, being depressed. I actually took a picture of myself. I posted it before, and when you see yourself in that manner, it just does something to you. So I'm looking at myself, my blackened eye, my shaved head, this line and these staples going across my head, and I'm thinking to myself, God, how did I end up here? But I still hold true to that scripture that He will never put more on you than you can bear. So I want to say I got out of the hospital, I went home. When I went home and I took a shower was when I realized I did not have my sense of smell. I couldn't smell the soap that I was using. And so to this day, I don't have a sense of smell, but I will take that over not having my life and not being here with my family. So going forward, I did do 2 events right after that as well. So that shows you how good God is. I was given this long list of stuff that I wasn't supposed to do. Skydiving, getting in airplanes. It was just stuff that I'm looking at myself like, do you see me? You know, I wouldn't do that type of stuff. Anyway, but I wasn't supposed to have on like heels. Everything was supposed to be flat. I have videos of me being in heels. I have videos of me singing. At times when I was singing, I would get dizzy. But God still kept me, and I was able to go through every performance that I had. After that, God kept me, and I was able to give Him the glory, because you don't understand, like, I was dealing with my self-esteem, having to put on wigs. I'm a person that I can do anything to my hair, and I'll rock it, I'll shave one side, I'll cut all of it off, I'll put braids in it, but having to rely on wigs, that was something that I had to adjust to. So I just thank God for all of those things that He brought me through, including not being on the medication that I was supposed to be on for a whole year, and I went through a whole year of driving and just everything. And a week before my kids were supposed to go back to school, I had a grand mal seizure. So I had a grand mal seizure that ended up hospital stay of about 3 to 4 days. No, it actually was longer than that, probably about a week. I could not drive after that. That's state law. If you have a seizure, you can't drive for 3 months. So I had to adjust to having people take me here, take me there, being on somebody else's time, not being able to work a full schedule. But thanks be unto God, I am back to doing what I normally do. I have not missed a beat. I was on medication for 2 years. Before I could get out of the parking lot of my last appointment, the doctor called me and said, you can throw those pills in the trash. You no longer need them. Thank God for that. I thank God for not having a single seizure or episode. It will be coming up on a year in October that I'm off my medication. I've been working countless hours. I've not been tired. God has given me a new mind, a new thought process, He has gifted me with so many things that he has in store for me and shown me so many things that he has in store for me. So I'm just here to encourage somebody that if you even think that you cannot make it through whatever battle, whatever frustrations, whatever depressions, or whatever life is throwing at you, trust and believe that God is everything that you need him to be right when you need him to be there. He is our protector, our lover, our friend, our lawyer, our provider, our support system, everything that we need him to be. I'm a living testimony. I know that you're a living testimony, and you're going to be able to give your testimony to someone, and someone is going to be touched. So I'm going to continue to celebrate this 4 years, this entire week, which is today, but it doesn't end with my life of just God having mercy on my soul and giving me another chance to get it right. So I'm on my way to work right now. I pray you guys are blessed. Remember to stay safe. Put your mask on. COVID is still real, and we're praying that God brings us through and brings us to. So y'all be blessed, and I will see you guys soon. Much love.